quarantine check-in. I'm here with a filmmaker, an animator, a musician, but overall, I think the best way to describe you is an artist overall. So, Sean, thank you for being here. How are you doing today?
Good, man. I'm doing all right, man. Definitely happy to be here, and just thank you for the kind words to call me an artist. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. So, tell us a bit about yourself. What are some of your passions? How did you come to be the founder and creator of CMAX Productions?
Oh well, it started out. I was big in sports. I was a big sports guy. My whole family has always been. Um, and I saw that, when I was stressed about sports, I would draw or I would play the guitar or I do stuff like that. So that's really kind of when I found the true love of creating, was because I was like, wow, I do this when I'm stressed about something else. So that's how I found the love for it. Um, and it was, what was it, my sophomore year, I believe, in college, um, when I started CMAX, and it was a band first. It was the name of our band, and we would play around the school, and then from the band, it grew to, okay, now we need to make music videos. So then, then video got, came into it, and it really kind of took off and grew from there. Um, the people in the band, we kind of broke up, but I kept CMAX, and it started out with just videos, and people liked the things that I was doing for myself, so they asked, "Well, could you do them for me?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." And then it really just grew from there, and I said, hey, I could really do something. I can make this work. So yeah, I started the business, made it an LLC, and I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and it's grown from just being music, where it started, to now it's music, it's video, and newly released 2 weeks ago. Now it's also animation. We do animation as well.
That is so cool. I started out drawing also. Like, I wanted to be a Marvel comic artist, not DC. Like, I hated DC, but like Marvel comic artist doing like Spider-Man and Iron Fist and all that.
Yeah.
And now, similar to you, I found myself in like photography and video. So you're doing so much, like you're multi-talented. So what do you do to stay grounded in your intentions and goals as a creator, as a person, as an artist?
What do I do to stay grounded? Well, well, to tell you the truth, running a business itself, it will just ground you. It kind
It
of like,
keeps you humble.
yeah, that kind of comes with it. You know what I mean? Um, because it's tough. It's definitely tough. Be um, you gotta be become comfortable with being uncomfortable, with that. So I would say, just having a company survive and keep growing always will keep you grounded, and it's kept me grounded, and humble, knowing that you got to keep working to keep everything going. If you uh, try to cut corners, then it's not going to work out. So I just think, um, knowing that responsibility of the business aspect of it, definitely keeps me grounded, um, and knowing how fortunate I am to be able to do this full time for 10 years, and still be able to feed myself is that's definitely a humbling thing. I think really always, watching other people's work, like you brought up Marvel, and those characters, uh, just seeing what other people are doing, and just what's out there now, that always is like, wow, you know what I mean? You could always take it to there's more steps, you know. So that definitely keeps me grounded, knowing that, you know, it's just the tip of the iceberg most of the time.
So, what's the biggest piece of advice you think you've learned from being, the creator and founder of CMAX or just life in general?
Um, I think the my biggest advice would be to really find what you love. If you know, in anything, but if we're talking about being an artist in music or film or whatever, really find what you love to do, because that will be what gives you a reason to continue to do it even when it gets tough. Because if you don't love it, it's not going to be worth it. Don't get upset when things don't happen right away, because you really got to know who you are as an artist before you go into the world of creating, uh, also creating for other people. Because the biggest key is, if you find who you are as an artist, that's why people are going to come to you, because they like you as an artist. You bring yourself and how you create. That's what you know is gonna. People are gonna be drawn to you because. So don't be afraid to really just look into what your style is, and and master that, because that is gonna be, that's your golden ticket. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people who they just try to mimic other people's sounds. If it's music, they'll try to mimic that, or painting, anything artistic. They'll just try to mimic just to get that quick hit, or that quick fame. But there's nothing after that. You know what I mean? I mean, you could look at all the greats. Um, and I was actually speaking with my family about this the other day. But it's like, if you think about Michael Jackson, it's the moonwalk, it's the glove, it's the this, that, and another. Now, nobody else was doing that before him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously he looked up to people like James Brown and things like that. But we loved Michael Jackson because it was him. And that was his golden ticket to the end. So that's what I would say. Don't be afraid to take your time in finding who you are as an artist, because once it is your time to go and it's like, okay, you're gonna direct this film or this, that, another. If you've been mimicking somebody the whole time, then you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I gotta watch. But if you've just been doing you and figuring out your own craft, you'll be fine in any situation, because you know yourself as an artist. So that's where the confidence comes from, and that's what I would say.
Sean, thank you so much for this interview. It truly means a lot. Thank you for your wisdom and your insight. Good luck with all your CMAX endeavors.
Without a doubt, man. Thank you.